Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Monday. Another MLB baseball week is starting. Pete Cole here, your FearlessChoice.com daily hit and run show. I'm running solo today, so anybody that's watching live, welcome. Please chat with me in the comment section here on YouTube so we can get through this show. I'd love to hear all you guys' comments, especially over the weekend. But first of all, your FearlessChoice.com. We do the show every day, 10 a.m., but Thursdays. Also tonight, 5:30 p.m., we have the PrizePicks happy hour show. Me and the YFC Tart, Mark, will be doing our show. It's been really successful. We've been really doing well on PrizePicks. I had a big day again yesterday. So check us out there at 5:30. But we're here for MLB. We have a special right now, your Fearless Choice going on. It is $25 a month. It is still the MLB promo. So all sports included. We do pretty much every sport. Small sports are specialty. Right now, we're doing a really good job at tennis. Tennis is like one of our tennis cheat sheet, I think, is probably one of the best in the industry. We've had this cheat sheet for like 6-7 years now. It's by far one of the best. It rocks. Guys have been cashing. We had a good MLB weekend. We've had a good last probably 2 weeks MLB. We've pretty much cashed every night. The core's been on, especially the GBP core has been on. I think it was Saturday with the GBP core. What else? NASCAR yesterday. We have a free winning lineup room in our Discord. So I'm just actually looking at that now, see what else everybody did. So it looks like they all cashed NASCAR. MLB cashed yesterday. Showdown MLB last night kind of was crazy with Rodon getting rocked. He was our captain. So no dice there. But I'm seeing NBA winners from the playoffs. My Rangers won last night in Game 7. We are on our way in the Garden. Big win for the Rangers. So shout out to them. What else we have? I'm seeing on the winning lineup stream right now, Joe, he's posting how FanDuel has been really rocking NBA. Every night these guys are cashing. So once again, check us out. We cover all the sports. We cover NASCAR. We cover Formula One. We'll have a golf show on Wednesday for DFS Golf, me and Chris Besh. Eric does a great job. Biggie with NASCAR. He does a really good job. A lot of information, a lot of free information also. We have a lot of free rooms as well as the premium rooms. MLB Premium is our specialty right now. A lot of shit going on in MLB. So welcome, MLB. Let's get rolling today. A huge slate. It's 11 game slate. So for Monday night, this feels like a Tuesday night, but it's Monday. 11 games. Once again, throw some chat in there, you guys, as I'm talking. If anybody's watching live, this will be on demand also all day. Let's start with weather, because we do have a little bit of weather, it looks like, on the East Coast. I know there was a lot of storms yesterday going across the Midwest. So pay attention to the East Coast tonight. The Baltimore Yankees at Baltimore. I see some rain. Looks like that should be cleared up, hopefully, by first pitch. Cardinals at Mets. Same thing I'm seeing. Some issues there. And Astros at Red Sox. But even if those games get canceled, that's fine because we have 11 games going. Any wind issues, wind in Baltimore, which has become a pitcher's park, wind in City Field, straight out to center. But wind in Boston, so must be that East Coast weather. Wind at Boston going out to left field. Wrigley, Wade Miley's pitching tonight. Our man Wade is going out to right field 11 miles an hour. So we have some weather. We have some dome games. But even if a couple games gets canceled, that's okay. It's a big slate. What's up, Eric? So I guess you guys can see me and hear me. Okay, so let's look at Vegas. Vegas right now, the highest implied team total of the night. Probably a couple teams haven't. We don't have anything for Kansas City White Sox yet, but the Giants in Coors. We're going to see right away the Giants are mispriced on DK and Coors. So we got something we got to pay attention to as we're talking to offense. But they 6.5 runs, the only team over 6. They opened at 6.2. Now they're at 6.5. The Giants, highest implied run total of the night. Beside that, 2 other teams over 5 runs. Colorado at home against the Giants in Alex Wood, 5.3. And then the Dodgers in Arizona. No, Dodgers are home. Dodgers are home, 5.3 runs also against the Diamondbacks. So 3 teams over 5. The Dodgers, Rockies, and Giants. Anybody else kind of high? Couple other teams are 4.8. Red Sox, Blue Jays, Yankees, Marlins. So that's our top implied. Looking on the biggest on the money line right now, and biggest favorite is the Dodgers. Tony Gonsolin pitching minus 242 against Diamondbacks. Then they got Miami Marlins minus 223. They opened up at minus 155. Now they jumped to 223. Marlins favored against Nationals 223. A couple other teams over the minus 200 mark. The Rays minus 210. And then the Yankees at Pedro Severino in Baltimore also minus 210. They dropped a little bit. They opened up at minus 230. Another thing I was thinking about earlier is I really want to talk on some of these shows is injuries, especially injuries over the weekend. But it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on in MLB now. We're in the middle of May, we're getting to summertime. So a couple of notes I wrote down. Some injuries. Ronald Acuna, he sat out all weekend. I think it was a groin, but I don't think there's any kind of a worry about going to the IL. He may be back tonight, but just keep that in the back of your head. He's been hurt with a groin injury. Austin Meadows just laying down the IL. He's been dealing with this vertigo, dizziness, ear infection. He sat a couple games on the weekend. He tried to play yesterday. Meadows is one of my guys, but I think he got one at bat, popped out, and then pulled himself out of the game. So they did put him on the IL, I believe. No timetable for his return, but I don't think it's going to be too long. But Austin Meadows, one of my guys, is not going to be sitting for a while. Blake Snell is coming back this week. He should be making his first game appearance of the season on Wednesday, I believe it is. Remember, he was supposed to start that first weekend of the season. He got pulled. Now he's been pitching in the minor leagues. He made 3 starts in the minors. Looks like he's ready to go. Willie Adames got hurt on Sunday with an ankle injury. X-rays came back negative. No structural damage, a sprain. But anybody knows some of these sprains can be just as bad as breaks. So probably not on the IL, but I would expect Willie Adames will be sitting a little bit. Anybody else? Jesus Luzardo. Now, he's out. Another one of my guys. He's got some forearm strains. We know pitchers with forearm strains that could turn some major issues. TJ or something down the line. Luzardo's out. That could actually open up Max Meyer that can be coming to make his MLB debut. So any guys playing fantasy season long, keep that in mind, especially if your leagues can pick up minor league players. A lot can't, but then there's some that can. Just keep Meyer in the back of your head. And that's probably it for any major news. Springer missed Saturday, but he's back. Steven Strasburg's been pitching some simulated games. So eventually we'll see Steven Strasburg back. Nationals could use him. And I guess that's it for injuries. We did Vegas. We did injuries. We did weather. Let's talk baseball. Pitching. This tonight for an 11-game slate is a crap pitching slate, in my opinion. All right, so let's kind of work our way through this. Top of the line right now. I'm mostly talking DK here. I'll try to throw some FanDuel, and I'll pull FanDuel up. Top of the line, salary wise, all that. We have 2 pitchers over 10K: Freddie Peralta, Tony Gonsolin. Peralta, I've been talking about Peralta all season. He's been cheap all season. Now he's finally where he probably should be at 10.5. He's been pitching great. Let me see here. 19 fantasy points or more, 3 straight. 18 fantasy points or more, 4 straight. 25, 2 of his last 3. So Freddie Peralta, great floor, great ceiling. He's got probably the most upside of this slate. Going up against Atlanta, though. Atlanta's a tough team, of course. 5 or more innings, 4 straight, 1 earned run or less, 1, 2, 3 of his last 4. He will strike out people, but he will give up some home runs. But he is home against the Braves. He is home, though, against the Braves. Braves strike out 24.5% against righties. 234 batting average. What else we got on Peralta? 3.10 xFIP, which is really good. I'm wrong. He's only giving up 0.3 home runs per 9. So Zostat, Peralta, 10.5 on DK, 9.7 on FanDuel. He's probably my top pitcher, but you can go this way. If you're afraid of Peralta, because it can be volatile, and it is Atlanta, you can drop down to Tony Gonsolin. I know a lot of people don't like to play Tony Gonsolin. I don't play him much because of the way Dave Roberts handles his pitchers. But Gonsolin right now, if we actually, what do you want to say? Look under the hood, or however you want to say it, with Gonsolin, he's actually been playing decent. 20 or more fantasy points, 3 of his last 4 starts. Not bad. 3 straight games now, 5 strikeouts. He hasn't gone over 5, but 3 straight games and 5 strikeouts. Good game against Pittsburgh, 22 DK points. San Francisco Giants, 21 DK points. Hiccup against Arizona of all teams at Arizona, but then Atlanta, 21 DK points. So, you're probably going to get 5 innings out of Gonsolin. He's gone 5 innings, 4, 6, 4. But that's pretty much what you get. 5 innings, 5 strikeouts. Probably have a better floor here with Gonsolin if you really want to be safe with cash. His ERA is 1.33, which is excellent. Another one, 0.33 home run per 9. ERA exit differential, though, minus 283. That's because he's got that such a low ERA. Gonsolin could be your cash. Peralta could be your GPP. I'll probably end up going Peralta on both ends. But just know Gonsolin probably is fairly safe for cash. Anybody else? Let me see. Also with Gonsolin, you got that 71% win percentage. So a couple other guys I may drop down. Miles McCollus. I don't mind McCollus at all. I think now his price has gotten up there. He's now, what's Miles McCollus is 9.8. He's pitched 42 innings this year. I think the most in his slate, him and Alcantara, 1.49 ERA. Awesome ERA. Doesn't give up many home runs. He's facing the Mets. Got some weather there. He's pitched over 20 DK, 3, 4 of his last 5. I think he's solid. It's a pitcher's park, but I don't know. To me, it just seems like 9.8's a lot for Miles Michaelis. I do have interest though in Thor. So Noah Syndergaard. A lot of people have been down on Thor lately, but if you look overall at Syndergaard's numbers, I mean, he's pitched every start. He's pitched 5 innings. That's what you want in DraftKings or FanDuel and DFS. Tampa Bay, 97 pitches. Boston, 100 pitches. 88 pitches against Baltimore. So you're going to get the innings. You're going to get the pitches out of Thor. 4 earned run or less in, I think, every start this season. You can't ask for anything better than that. 6 plus strikeouts. 2 of his last 3. Last 2 starts, I said his pitches are up there. Now he's going to Texas in a pitcher's park, Globe Life Field. Texas right now, 160 ISO versus righties, not good. What's your strikeout? The strikeout rate is not awesome, though. The strikeout rate is 22% strikeout rate. So borderline. Syndergaard, 2.45 ERA, middle of the road. 397 xFIP, middle of the road. So I do like Syndergaard, though, at 8.5. I'd rather pay 8.5 for Syndergaard than I would to go up from McCollus, like another $1,000 more, when McCollus is 9.8. So, yeah, $1,300 more for McCollus. I don't mind Thor. So I may be looking at a Peralta Thor matchup here. Luis Severino. Severino is another one. I'm a big Yankee fan. To me, Severino, though, is a GPP play. Are you going to get the good Severino? Or are you going to get the bad Severino tonight? That's the problem. His velocity has been up and down like crazy. If his velocity's up, he's winning. If it's down, he's getting the crap beat out of him. Last start, he did pitch against the Orioles though this year. Last start, 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 5 Ks. But he is going against Baltimore. It is a pitcher-friendly park now. To me, GPP only. The Orioles do K. I got a feeling Severino may be popular tonight, 8.8. I don't have any ownership yet, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Severino as a popular play tonight. Anybody else we have? So I said I like Thor. I like Peralta. Actually, I do have some ownership. Just popped up, actually. I'm pitching right now. We're looking at Severino. Peralta, Severino is your top 2. Okay, so I do like Thor, though. Now we drop down a little bit. Garrett Whitlock, to me, GPP only, but great GPP play. He could totally get destroyed. We've seen it. Tough matchup against the Astros. But you look overall at some Whitlock's numbers. 2.19 ERA, xFIP at 2.64, which is damn near elite. He's got the highest strikeout rate of the slate, 34.7% strikeout rate. So Whitlock is up and down, very volatile. You want a great GBP matchup, run Whitlock and Peralta together. You got Whitlock's 34.7% and Peralta's 30.6% strikeout rate. Two great strikeout guys, GPP. And then we go down to our value guys. So there's so many players we could go over tonight. I'm not going to go over all of them here. A couple of guys that do it. I like Brad Keller. I've been a Brad Keller fan all year. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I have been. Keller's been solid. So Keller is only 7.2, not bad. Tough matchup, tough start last game against Texas at Texas. He allowed 10 base runners that game, but before that, he's been pitching well. So GPP only. Two other start, UC Kikuchi. Kind of a game narrative here. Kikuchi pitching for Toronto, going back to play Seattle tonight. That's his old team. Anybody that's been playing DFS or season long knows Kikuchi can be a very frustrating pitcher. He can look really well, and then he can look bad. And that's actually been the tail of the season. So let me see. His started out kind of crappy. Now he's 1-1 in the season, 4.15 ERA, 1.42 WHIP. Not great, but let me see. Coming off notices against the Yankees, pitched a really good game. He only had 2 runs, 2 hits, and 3 walks. Struck out 7 in 5 innings. So over his last 2 starts now, he's got a 14-4 strikeout walk ratio, 2.38 ERA, 0.79 WHIP. That's what we like to see. That's Kikuchi when he's at his best. Now he's going up against the Mariners, struggling Mariners offense, striking out 22.7% against lefties. Though it is home in Rogers Center, Hitter's Park. But Kikuchi is probably my favorite value play at 6.3, and I have no problem matching up with Peralta and cash. You can go that way too. You can go Peralta Kikuchi if you don't want to go to Thor. And then one last play is Wade Miley. Wade Miley is only 4.4 on DK. He's only 5.7 on FanDuel. This is Wade Miley we're talking about here. He could get you 10-12 or get you negative 10-12. He's been around forever. He's in Chicago tonight. Let me see. He's in Chicago, facing Pittsburgh. It's a pitcher park, but we do have some wind blowing out right now to right field, 10 miles an hour. So Miley pitched 1 game this year. He was on an IL start the season with an elbow injury. He back. His first game looked terrible. He allowed, when we see 3 runs, 5 hits, 5 walks, only 1 strikeout against the Padres. The most worrisome thing, though, was he only threw strikes on 37 to 64 pitches, and only 4 was swinging strikes. But he gets the Pirates today. The Pirates right now in a pitcher-friendly park, the Pirates striking out 23.6% of the time against lefties, and his price. So you could really get some good bats tonight if you want to play Wade Miley. I would not be playing Wade Miley in cash, but I do see Miley right now picking up around 30% ownership with Severino and Peralta. Have fun pitching Miley in cash. I'm not, but he's going to be used as 30% right now projected ownership. That's Wade Miley. Okay, so kind of wrap up pitching, but there's so many pitchers. I'm not going to go over them all. You got Bumgarner, Mad Bum against the Dodgers. Another one's Kyle Bradish. Bradish has been up and down, but he's got some stuff. But he's going up against the Yankees. One more. Jake Odorizzi. Talked to some people this morning that like Jake Odorizzi. I don't know. He's actually been pitching well. I think his last 3, he's 3-0, 0.51 ERA. So there's nothing wrong with that. We just know Jake Odorizzi team is like a Wade Miley. You never know when he's going to blow up. So let me see. Last 3 starts, 22 DK points at Texas, 22 DK points Seattle, 23 DK points Detroit. Now this is Texas, Seattle, Detroit. Now he's going up against Boston, a little bit better offense. But I don't know. I can't pitch him in cash. It's Hitter's Park, wind blowing out, some weather. But Odorizzi is getting a little bit of love today because of that hot streak he's on. But you got to look at the teams he pitched against. But I guess Odorizzi, 8.1 DK, 8.4 FanDuel. So you can use him. Definitely use him in GBP for Houston. Good defense. But that's it for me. Okay, let's go around. That's our pitching. Once again, my favorites are Peralta. I'm looking to use Peralta and Thor. You can definitely use Peralta and Kikuchi, or you can use you can use Gonsolin for cash or Peralta scares you against Atlanta. Pretty much it for 11 games. Bad pitching slate. All right. If anybody's watching, I'm not sure how many people we have live. If you have any questions, ask them as I go around the bases. We'll start at catcher and see what we have. So catcher right now. Let's look at BVP. And you got any good BVPs here tonight? Will Smith, 3 for 4 against Bum with a home run. Suzuki got a little bit of history against John Gray. So I can't believe John Gray for Texas is 9-4 against the Angels. Nope. So that's our BVP. Nothing great. Let's look at anybody hot streaks. Let me see. We'll go. Let's see. Let's look at the past 7 games for catchers. Kirk Casale could possibly play tonight. He's 4 for his last 6. Anybody? Let me see. Omar Narvaez is finally getting hot from Milwaukee. Narvaez is batting .462 last 7 games with a home. I think one home run. Slash and .462, 500, 923, 1.423 OPS. Great slash. That's Narvaez. He's in a good spot. Tyler Stevenson, though I think Stevenson is going to be out again, but that game not even be on the slate. But we like Narvaez then. Who else are you looking at for catchers? Let me pull my catchers up here. Sorry. All right. Looking at advanced metrics now. Who am I going to like? Nobody is like crazy today. Sanchez, his price dropped. He's only 4K. So Sanchez against Logue for Oakland. I may be battering his name. He gets a righty-lefty matchup. Gary Sanchez, 235 ISO against lefties. Not a bad spot. I don't go against Tony Gonsolin, even though I don't think he's a great DFS pitcher. So that kind of takes a Varsho to GBP territory only. Grandal, he just isn't hitting. He's in a good spot against Keller because Grandal hits righties a little bit. He hits lefties better, though. Who else we have? Nothing. I'm telling you, nothing great. Will Smith against Bumgarner. That'd probably be the play at 4-6. Who else we got? I'm telling you, this is not which we have. Who else we have? Ryan Jeffers from Minnesota. If Sanchez is DH, Jeffers righty versus lefty. All right. Nobody is really jumping out. So what does that mean? That means we use a value play at catcher. We see who pops up in value when the lineups come out, and that's it. It's probably right now Will Smith's going to be the one play. Contreras may be popular, but he's going against Peralta. So to me, it's GPP only. Yep. We're going to look for the best value today. Maybe like a Yan Gomez against Peters, Chad Wall maybe against John Gray, something like that. Okay, Jose Trevino, I don't know, but if you're not going to play Will Smith, we look for value tonight. Let's get off catcher. Okay, let's go to first base. Looking at some BVPs here. Brandon Belt in Coors against Sensatella. Boom, he's 10 for 23 lifetime, 435. Brandon Belt. Other hand, CJ Cron hits Wood, 4 for 10. Miggy's got, well, of course, it's Kluber and Miggy. They got a probably 20-year history, and Miggy hits Kluber a little bit. Okay, so anybody that's hot right now, Goldschmidt is on fire. He's hitting 435 over the last week. Gurriel's hitting 476 over the last week. Josh Naylor, of course, is hot. I'm trying to remember who's the 2 games are missing tonight. There's 2 640 games. And it's going to be, I'm going to keep in some of these guys. Okay, Miami, Washington, Detroit, Tampa Bay. I can remember that. Okay, so looking at advanced metrics, our top first baseman, honestly, we got a bunch of them here. So you can go Chrome with 5,600 in Coors. And if you're going to go if you're going to use Freddie Peralta, may be tough. So Crone's in play. Brandon Belt is only 4,500. He's going to be a popular play in Coors. Brandon Belt, 4,500. Gets the platoon advantage. He's a lefty. Sensatella's a righty. And Belt, 253 ISO against righties. Got the BVP. Belt's your play and cash, 2,500. You got Ohtani. Going to be a great GBP play against John Gray. Otani 272 ISO against righties. Pete Alonso against McCollis, GPP only. Matt Olson, Peralta, GPP only, but Olson can definitely handle Peralta. Vlad Guerrero hits righties better, so he's up against Chris Flexen, righty. You know, Vlad's kind of slumping right now. There's always a bunch of first basemen. Tonight it's going to be Belt. It's going to be a popular play at cash. You want to be different, though, definitely go to CJ Cron. But Cron is just very expensive at 5'6". Any value plays that are going to jump out at us tonight for first baseman? If you're not going to use Belt in cash, who we got? We got Carlos Santana's still only 2.5. If anything, at least he walks. Going up against Johnny Cueto. Johnny Cueto's pitches tonight for the White Sox. This feels like it's 2014. Cueto and Carlos Santana. Ryan O'Hearn gets a splits advantage against Cueto. Wilmer Flores and Coors, but I'd rather see him against the lefty. Jose Miranda's only 2.4. Miranda's in a good spot. You can play him at first or third, the rookie from Minnesota. He gets ready versus lefty advantage, so don't sleep on that one. But overall, it's all about Brandon Belt today. I'm assuming it's going to be very highly owned. If not, CJ Cron. A lot of plays here, man. A lot of plays at first base. 11-game slate. Ty France, good spot. One thing about these Mariners against Kikuchi, a lot of them strike out. So Ty France is a good spot. Second base. Anybody owns anybody? Not really. Leroy Garcia. It hits Keller. 300 over 30 at bats. That's not a bad BVP. Looking at over the last 7 games, I can go 15 over the last 7 games right now. We have Segura's hot for the Phillies. Colton Wong is hot. Had a good game yesterday. Definitely. We have Joey Wendell's hitting well. Wendell's hitting really well. He's hitting 556 over the last week. Willie Castro. I've been playing Willie Castro after Detroit. He's hot. I said Segura. Ty Francis hot, but Francis first base, never mind. And I said Colton Wong. So looking at advanced metrics for a second. Brandon Rogers against Wood. Rogers had a big game last week. Rogers gets a lefty, 244 ISO. I don't mess with Alex Wood. I'm not going to be playing too many Rockies today, even though it isn't Coors. But Brandon Rogers is not $4,000. So no, to me, Rogers is out. Marcus Semien hits righty pitchers, but even though Semien is just in a slump right now, last 20 games hit 143. So knocks him out. Max Muncy, lefty and lefty, but it's Bumgarner. Yeah, so second base, maybe Altuve against Whitlock. Altuve's 5K. Jeff McNeil, he's been hitting really well. Now against Michaelis. McNeil's hitting 324 over his last 20. So maybe we look at like a Jeff McNeil tonight at second base. I have no problem going there. Looking at, let's see, maybe some ownership-wise. Second base, it's going to be a popular play. It's going to be Garrett Hampson. Oh, yeah, because Garrett Hampson's 2.6. So I guess you can play a 2.6 guy against Wood if Hampson hits a starting lineup, because he does get the platoon advantage. Hampson's right-handed batter, Wood's lefty. Beside that, Jed Lowry is going to see a little bit of ownership, maybe. No, he's not gonna. Maybe Muncy. You got Gleyber Torres. Torres is now under 4K against Bradish. Possibly he's only 3.9 now. It's going to be, if Garrett Hampson starts, he's going to get all the love here. Even though Hampson right now is just, let me see, last 20 he was only hitting 161. So it's one hit 230 over his last 150 games. I have no problem going Colton Wong and Ian Anderson. So Colton Wong, now Colton Wong's now 5,700. His price jumped up. Wow. Adam Frazier, possibly against Kikuchi. It's lefty and lefty, but Frazier doesn't strike out. So, you know what? Honestly, I'm looking at Jeff McNeil at 3,900. No problem using McNeil. If not, Muncy's going to be popular at 48. Garrett Hampson. That's it. Maybe a little Jose Polanco. Jorge Polanco, because he's cheap, and he's hitting, 260 over his last 20 games. I've been all over Jeff McNeil all year. Why stop now? If I'm missing somebody, Polanco probably is, if not O'Neill, if not using I just drew a blank on the Mets second baseman. Oh my God, Jeff McNeil. Wow, I'm not using Jeff McNeil. I guess I'd probably go Polanco. He'd probably be my favorite play, actually. Yeah. I mean, 10 games. He's got 971 OPS. So I still like Jeff McNeil. That's second base. Once again, remember, this is the first look. We still have 8 hours, wherever to go. So don't get crazy here. But I have too much respect for Alex Wood. So maybe that, if anybody's going against Alex Wood, like a second base, and I have no problem going with McNeil or Jorge Polanco. Okay, third base. We're moving along here. Third base, we have BVP. Nobody really stands out. Rafael Devers, though, hits Odorizzi 5 for 10. So I guess not bad over 10 at bats. I mean, 10 at bats is not a lot. Third base right now, anybody that's hot. Joey Wendell's hot. So Wendell third base eligible. He may be. Devers is hitting 409 over his last 7. So Devers is a play, obviously, we're going to look at. So let's look at advanced metrics for third base. And I bet you Devers is going to jump out, right? Devers is going up against a righty. Yes, Odorizzi. 317 ISO, 404 WOBA, 296 batting average against righties. Rafael Devers is probably my favorite third baseman. I don't care if it's Coors or not. Hitting 349 over his last 20 games. Boom. What's his price? $5,700. So the Donovan kid in play. Brendan Donovan. He's only, I think, 2.7 going up against Trevor Williams for the Mets. He's in play for a punt. We got Miranda, also third base eligible for Minnesota, going against the lefty. He's not a bad play. Justin Turner's starting to get hot. Finally, and Turner is facing Bumgarner. So 17 ribbies now his last 20 games. I guess you can play Justin Turner at 4,700. To me, GBP only. Josh Donaldson can hit a righty. He's in play. If now you want to look at some ownership, who may be is there anybody that's going to be chalky? Wilmer Flores is going to be the chalky play. If it was a lefty, I would say Wilmer Flores 100%. But Wilmer Flores is only 3.7, so that's why he's going to be popular at first or third. He's going to be the most popular play. If not Flores, and you got Muncy and Devers. Longo is back. I forgot about Longo is back. He's 3.7. I'm not sure if he's going to play Longoria for San Francisco, but just keep in mind he's back. Always got Ryan McMahon, but I'm not going to play McMahon lefty on lefty against Alex Wood. Coors or not. All right, so me personally, it's all about Rafael Devers at third base. Boom. If you want to get cheaper, then drop down to Wilmer Flores, something like that, a Donovan, a Miranda, any of those kind of guys. Shortstop. Remember, this is a Coors slate. Shortstop right now. Elvis Andrus for Oakland, his Archer. Career 9 for 18. That's not a bad BVP. Corey Seager hits Noah Syndergaard 7 for 17 careers. We got a couple of decent BVPs here. Bogarts hits Odorizzi, just like Devers. He's 12 for 37. So I love Bogarts this year. I hate the Red Sox. I love Bogarts this year. So we have some BVP to look at tonight. Looking at anybody that's red hot, we have Brendan Rodgers. Was he a shortstop eligible? I guess so. Rodgers. Nobody's tearing it up. Trey Turner's hitting his course. Bogarts, so hitting 350, I guess, over 7. So yeah, we have Bogarts there. Looking at some advanced metrics here, shortstop wise. So I mentioned Seager, 251 ISO against lefties. Bogarts, he hits righties, 394 WOBA. Bogarts 4,800, so I'm my favorite play. You always play Trey. Then you got Turner against Bum. It's only 5,400 for Turner. So I guess Turner's in play. We have a bunch of good plays here. Brandon Crawford is down to 4.3 in Coors against Sensatella. He's only hitting 214 over his last 20 games, though, so this might be a get-right spot for Brandon Crawford. Bichette against Flexen. Flexen's a pitch-to-contact guy. Timmy Anderson. A lot of ways to go at shortstop. When you want to talk chalk, you want to talk ownership for cash, the top play is going to be Trey Turner, which we said he's only 54 against Bum. Crawford, 43 against Sensatella. My favorite overall is Bogarts against Odorizzi, 4.8. Definitely can see going to Brandon Crawford at 4.3. I may go there too because of the ownership wise, but I like the Red Sox spots and I like Bogarts and I like Rafael Devers. You can go Timmy Anderson against Cal. Like I said, you can go Bo Bichette. Anybody else, if you want to go somebody really cheap, if you want to go up somewhere else, Royce Lewis is probably your best spot at 2-1 going against Logue, Brady versus lefty. Andrew Velasquez, I love Velasquez. He's always in play. Bronx kid. I say it every slate. Oh, I missed Aaron out. GBP 4 for 9. All right. 2 homers, 4 for 9. There you go. I missed something. Third base. I don't know how I missed the Arenado 2 home runs. Justin Turner's got 72 at bats. Never mind. 4 home runs against Bum. Moncada 2 home runs against Keller. All right, I didn't mean to jump back to third. Okay, so that was shortstop. So you're looking at Trey Turner, Brandon Crawford, or my man Bogarts. Okay, outfield. Wait, one other name. I don't want to go back, but I didn't mention Gio Urshela at third. Gio Urshela has been hitting okay, I guess. Okay, so let's go to outfield right now. We have the same old characters. Is anybody that totally jumps out BBP wise? Probably not. Maybe Blackman against here we go. Charlie Blackman against Alex Wood. Career 433. 13 for 30. No home runs though. But obviously Charlie Blackman sees Alex Wood. So that's you see 30 at bats, I pay attention to those VVPs. That's what I'm going to pay attention to. Charlie Blackman, 433. Anybody red hot in the outfield? Last week, we have Bryce Harper's red hot. Taylor Ward is red hot. Luis Gonzalez, Rangers hitting the Giants hitting 471. Now he's in Coors. Keep that in mind. The Diaz kid for Colorado, he's hitting 435 over the last week. He's in play. Nemo's in play for the Mets. My man Mikey Stanton, of course. A bunch of guys. But the main ones in play, Bryce Harper is on fire, hitting 609 over the last week. 609 batting average. Slashing 609, 643, 1.261 slugging with a 1.90 OPS. That's a slash right there, man. Taylor Ward right behind him, though. 500, 563, 1.143 slugging with a 1.705 OPS over the last week. On fire and fuego. And Daza, and like I said, Luis Gonzalez for San Francisco. What a pickup they got, picking him up from the White Sox, Gonzalez. Giants organization knows what they're doing. Okay, that's BBP, that's hotness. Advanced metrics, of course, outfield the million guys. The top play is probably going to be Mike Trout against Gray, Buxton against Logue, I guess that's how you say it. Alvarez against Whitlock, even though Alvarez let me down yesterday. These guys are all in play. I can't mention. We got Stanton's hot. Gavin Sheets is hitting pretty good actually. So these are all the top guys. So what do we have for like value? Something we can sneak in there with our Buxtons, our Trouts, our Springers, our Alvarez. Let's look. Let's look value-wise. Lamont Wade. First, we have the Giants. You got Lamont Wade at 3-4. You have Jock. What is Jock? Is 4-2, 4,200. Jock's got 7 home runs this year, all against righties. So you play Jock against righties and in Coors. Jock's going to be popular, I'm assuming, at 4-2. One of my favorite plays is going to be Julio Rodriguez. J-Rod is finally here, and he's here to stay for the Mariners. He's on fire. Let me see. He's coming off his second home run of the season yesterday. The month of May, he's slashing 346, 393, 519 with a 912 OPS. Really, really good. But this has been going on before May 1st. Last 20 now, he's hitting 315. Yeah, 315, 365 WOBA, 199 WRC plus, and has 10 stolen bases on a year. So that is Julio at 3-2. Julio Rodriguez 3-2, Jock Peterson 4-2, Lamont Wade 3-4. We just said how hot Daza is. Who else we have down in Louis Gonzalez? Louis Gonzalez is only 260. He's hitting 416 over the last week in play. This one of them days you're gonna play more than one lineup, and I'm probably not playing much cash. A lot of ways you can go. Joey Gallo. Didn't he bring up Joey Gallo? Joey Gallo is finally hitting. Gallo is what 3-2. We knew Gallo was gonna eventually. We knew Gallo was gonna come around. He's not a 300 hitter. You're gonna get like a 220 season out of the guy. but he's finally hitting over the last 20 games, hitting 233, 5 homers. But over the last, let me see, he's got last game, he had a home run. He had a home run 2 games ago, so home runs 2 of his last 3. Joey Gallo's in play, especially against the righty Bradish. He's a good value. Mike Yastrzemski, 3,600. Way too many plays today here. Yastrzemski definitely. Adam Duvall, nope, Duvall's against righty, and it's Peralta. But yeah, that's it, really. I mean, Varsho against Gonsolin, GPP. Million ways to go tonight. So you can get away with like a Peralta, Gonsolin, if you want to use all this value. You can go like a Peralta, Thor, or a Peralta, Kikuchi, and then get like a Trout up top. I mentioned Charlie Blackmon with that great BVP, or a Buxton, or any of these guys, Judge, Stanton, and then go cheap with the Coors guys. One thing you may see, this may be not chalky, but all these guys are in good spots and cheap. Gonzalez is cheap, Daz is cheap, Wade's cheap, Yastrzemski is cheap. So you can't play everybody. So this may actually be a better slate than we think, because you're not going to have a guy 80% owned, I don't think, unless some of these guys are sitting. So that's the way I look at it. That's outfield. We're about done. So let's go back quickly, and I'll give you my home run calls and stacks. So looking over again, pitcher, we got Peralta's my favorite. I like Thor. I like Gonsolin. I like Gonsolin for cash. I like Kikuchi. That's it for Then you got some GDP plays like a Severino, Wade Miley, those guys. All right, top play. I mean, going around the bases. Catcher's gonna be like we said. Catcher Will Smith's gonna be popular. Will Smith against Bum. Then you got the Coors guys. First base is all about Brandon Belt, only 4-5 with Sensatella. Then you got CJ Cron there. You want to be different. You got Freeman against Bum. You got Rizzo, Otani, Goldie on fire, all these guys. Second base, the popular play is probably going to be like a Max Muncy, Hampson. Hampson's only 2.6. I just blanked. Jeff McNeil, the Mets. Jorge Polanco, I like. Third base, I love Rafael Devers. I love Devers and Bogarts for Boston. But third base, you can go with Flores. You can go Devers, DJ LeMahieu, guys like that. Gio Urshela. Shortstop, like I said, I love Bogarts, but Trey Turner's going to be popular. Brandon Crawford, lefty versus righty. Brandon Crawford's only 4.3. Outfield, we just need them all those freaking value plays. Question: San Francisco played late game in St. Louis, traveling to Coors, potential fade, and that's always. I usually fade the first game, maybe not in cash because of the ownership, but yeah, definitely because they travel going to Coors. You always have that first game Coors factor, but they're gonna be popular. Definitely make stacks without Coors. That's how you do it, because we know Coors will let people down. The problem is they're so damn cheap here. I don't know what DK is doing. But definitely fade spot, yeah, especially with the traveling. Okay, so top stacks. And mainly because there's so many games here. You get the Coors game, of course. I'm going to do anything to kind of stay away from that. I'll probably have 1 or 2, but we have... Here's one that may be different. What about the Pirates? Because Miley's going to be popular. He's only 4K. We get the wind blowing out. So what about Pirates? Nobody plays them because they're terrible. But you can look at that. Because Miley's a gas can. Who else? Mariners. Kikuchi's going to be popular. So a Mariners stacked together. Like I said, a lot of those guys don't strike out top of the order. Then you got J-Rod. You got France. You got Suarez. Guys like that. Mariners. We got Twins. We keep mentioning them today because they're going up against Zach Logue. So Twins, seems like every time I stack the Twins, they don't do anything. But Minnesota does bang up lefties, especially over the last month. Yeah, 137 WRC plus in the last month for Twins against lefties. So we got the Twins, we got the Mariners, we got the Pirates. I know. It's probably a million teams. I'm missing. We have Coors. Of course, always the Dodgers, Yankees maybe because they didn't hit much. They slowed down a little bit. What about Blue Jays aren't hitting. Red Sox. Here we go. Red Sox against Odorizzi. They may be one of my favorites. I'm looking at Red Sox, Pirates, Twins, and then I guess Coors. And I know I get DMs all day about what is my home run call of the day. So, I know how to give somebody I already mentioned. Rafael Devers, my home run call of the day. And if not Devers, who else I like for home runs? I like Bogarts, so I like that game. Let me give you more of a sneaky one. Maybe something that's a little bit cheaper. Springer's too expensive. I like Springer though. Yeah, I mean she's been a little bit. Here's one we got. Another one I got. Jared Walsh going up against John Gray. Walsh crushes righties. So you got Walsh. Jock's got a really good chance of hitting one out in Coors. So, but Rafael Devers is my top home run call. If not, Alexander Bogarts. Okay. Big E just said the Angels as a stack. That's definitely no problem. No problem. John Gray is terrible. So and if you're gonna stack Texas, I mean if you're gonna stack the Angels against John Gray, you're gonna want to go something like you want Trout in there. It's tough. Those Angels got a lot of ready bats, but Walsh, Brandon, you want to get like a Tyler Wade, something like that, like a Wade, Walsh, Brandon Marsh be different, and then come back like a Trout with Tony Ward, something like that. Okay, 10:47. As 47 minutes, it wasn't too bad. Good luck, guys. Pay attention to that weather on the East Coast. I will have top plays up later. A lot to go through today. Still a lot more. So once again, this is only a first look. So don't take anything I said as the gospel, but I do like Rafael Devers tonight. Thank you, guys. Good luck. Peace. We're out of here. Remember, 5:30 tonight, PrizePicks show.